welcome to my TED Talk Rose. Today I am doing a story time about the time when two of my freaking best friends since for 2 years freaking ditched me for no legitimate reason, you know? Yeah. We've all had those toxic friends before, and well, mine just happened to be those two. Let's just get straight into the tea. So basically, this all happened, it started 2 years ago when we actually started being friends. There's these two girls, right? And this was in elementary school because I'm an 8th grader. Well, now 9th grader, but yeah. So, I was friends with this one girl, and her name will be okay, so I was friends with Banana, right? And I ended up becoming friends with this other girl named Grape. Okay, so I was friends with Banana and Grape was friends with Apple. Okay, so yeah. So basically it was me. Wait, no, okay, so it was Banana, me, Grape, and Apple, right? So it was us four, and me and Grape became friends. So then we brought we took Banana, we took Apple, and it became a 4-person group. Then later down the road, Grape kind of left the friend group, which we weren't actually best friends. She just left the friend group. I'm not gonna say the reason why, but she left the friend group. And fast forward 2 years, me, Banana, and Apple were all best friends. We did a bunch of things together. We always had sleep. We had tried to have sleepovers at the time. We would go to other people. We would go to each other's houses. We would give each other gifts and all that jazz, right? And this all happened really recently, by the way. So this all happened 3 days. The last part of this happened 3 days ago. So just all of this it was so recent. Okay, so we would always eat lunch together and stuff. And 2 or 3 months ago, you know, they started to go and do their own thing. I mean, I don't know why, cause it's me, right? You know, and then we also have this friend named Cherry. Okay, we're gonna call her Cherry. So we were also friends with this girl named Cherry, and I started to just hang out with Cherry more than the two of them because I just felt left out. I felt like I was third wheeling the whole thing, and I felt like that was a good idea to just go and hang out with someone else instead of just being somewhere where I don't feel like I'm part of the friendship. So I just went and hung out with Cherry, and we became best friends, right? And then Banana and Apple, right? Yeah, okay. Banana and Apple went to continue doing their own thing, and then okay, yeah, so Banana and Apple would just continue to do their own thing, and there would be times where I would just decide to go with them instead, because sometimes I just wanted to feel included, right? So I would go with them, but then they just didn't want to talk to me really, which I thought was kind of weird, because why you acting like that? Like, did I do something wrong? What'd I do? I don't recall doing nothing wrong, you know? Okay. And then, so that continued to happen, and then about 2 weeks before school ended, a week or two? Yeah, actually, no, I'm gonna say a week. So a week before school ended, we had, like, I would just, like, walk by them. Well, I would specifically walk by Apple. I would specifically walk by Apple all the time. Like, because I would always pass by her because she would be in the next period of my first period sometimes. So then I would just, if I, like, walk by her, or, like, if I see her at break, I would just, like, give her a small smile or wave so that way I could be polite. But she would just roll her eyes at me. So yeah, she would roll her eyes at me and, like, just, like, or she'd just give me a blank face and look away. I'm like, girl, what's your reason for doing that? Like, I did nothing. I did nothing. What's up? I'm just trying to be friendly, you know? And then, that weekend, Banana was having a swim party, right? And I didn't know about it until the day of. And you wanna know why? Cause your homegirl wasn't invited. Like, we had this whole big friend group, and that whole friend group legit was like they all got the invitation, except for, like, me and some other girl who I was really good friends with, and then we were both wondering, like, why didn't we get invited? Like, we did nothing wrong, you know? Really offended. So I went to the other girl who didn't get invited, and I told her, like, oh, I think that Apple and Banana don't like me anymore for no reason, because and I told her, like, everything that happened. I told her, like, oh, she would roll her eyes at me, and, like, Apple would roll her eyes at me, or, like, not respond to me at all, and then if I waved to her, she wouldn't wave back. And then, like, Banana just had a swim party this weekend, and I wasn't invited. So I was all like, dang, girlies, they feel pretty left out. I wasn't able to confront them this was the last week of school, and there was only 4 days in the last week of school. I couldn't confront them Monday because Banana didn't come to school, and I wanted to confront them both together so that way, like, it would be better, so I could just get it right out of the way right then and there. And also because I wanted to confront Banana first, since I felt like she would understand more, because she's the one who actually tries to see, like, she says what's on her mind. She says her opinion, and so does Apple, but Apple's more quiet. So I couldn't confront them Monday, and then that night I had to leave for a graduation that was, like, 6 hours away, so I couldn't confront them on Tuesday because I wasn't there for the whole day. And then on Wednesday I had just gotten back, and I was super tired, and I couldn't confront them that day either because we had an awards ceremony, like, right at the beginning of school, and I didn't sit by them because we could, like, sit wherever we wanted to sit, but it had to be by classes. So I wasn't able to confront them Wednesday. I wasn't able to confront them the third day, Wednesday, because I didn't sit by them, and then I left right after the awards ceremony. Then that night I had promotion, so I couldn't do anything. On the last day of school, Thursday, neither of them came to school because they're like, oh, we just had promotion, what's the point in going to school? And I'm like, okay. I mean, like, you do you know? So then this whole thing just unraveled on Friday. So I knew that they were at a sleepover because someone saw their story and told me, which, by the way, Apple posted on her story that they were going to have a sleepover with some other girl that I don't want to come up with another name for because she wasn't really that relevant in the story. So they were having a sleepover and stuff, and I was all like, oh wow, I didn't get invited, not surprised, you know? So then, let's see here, so then I DM'd Apple because I didn't want to like call them because they were at the sleepover and I didn't want to mess anything up at the very beginning. I did not want to mess anything up because they were at a sleepover and I wanted to be mature about everything. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed. I had to go and do something, so I didn't want to mess up like the sleepover, and I couldn't DM Banana because Banana doesn't have a phone yet because her phone got taken away. Apple, I DM'd her and I said, like, I tried to be as polite as I could because I just wanted to like fix everything right then and there, and I was all like, hey, I don't want to sound mean or anything, I just want to fix our friendship, like I want to know how I could fix it or if there's anything that I did wrong because I don't remember doing anything wrong. And then she left me on red, and I was all like, and then I sent a second text, I just want to get everything fixed, blah blah blah. So then she finally responded and she was all like, oh, well, and she like basically said, well, we drifted away from you because you were complicated and you're hard to get along with. So she was saying like, oh, you're complicated, you're hard to get along with, you have an attitude, and so we just started drifting away because we didn't like you anymore. And I was all like, I'm offended, you know? I started to get a little defensive here because she said it in like a really rude way. So then I just like had like a little bit of rudeness come out too because I was like, might as well, they were like fully rude to me anyways. So then from the first, the first text was from Apple, and then the second text was from Banana. So then Banana took the phone because it was those two and then the other girl that I already said about at the sleepover. So then Banana took the phone and Banana said, oh, it's because you're a problem, basically it was like, basically you're the problem of the friendship, you're the reason why it's not working, blah blah blah. And then she said the whole thing again with the complicatedness and that I'm stubborn and stuff. I'm like, I was all like, okay, I'm not stubborn, and if I was, then you're stubborn too because people say that we act the same, and I don't really think I'm that complicated because a lot of the times I let you win the arguments, or I just give up on the arguments. So I don't know how I'm the complicated one at all, because me and her would always argue around about like dumb stuff like all the time, and sometimes I would just let her win because I don't want to continue the argument, or sometimes I'm being like legitimately true here because like I know for a fact I'm not lying about this, like this is the actual truth, or at least it's my view of the whole thing. Apple would always side with Banana. In a lot of the arguments, like they always say like, oh, Apple's always quiet, that's why. Like, Apple's not quiet, she literally like sometimes will jump into the argument and like side with Banana, you know? So then she brought up that too, and I was all like, blah blah, and then basically they were saying like, oh, stop, you're being immature. They were saying like, oh, stop, you're being immature, you're stubborn. And then she's like, at least I can say that I'm stubborn. And in that text before, I said, well, if I'm stubborn, then you're stubborn too, right? And I was all like, I legit said that if I'm stubborn, then you're stubborn too. Like, basically saying, oh, at least I can admit that I'm stubborn is the same thing as saying, well, if I'm stubborn, then you're stubborn too. You know? It's the same thing. So then they went on to saying, oh, we don't want to fix the friendship because you messed it up. You're the problem in the friendship, so that's the reason why you have to go. And I'm all like, okay, whatever. So then I was all, and then basically, yeah, I got really heated from there, and I got super mad. So I was all like, okay, whatever. At least I was mature enough to try to fix the friendship, but since apparently I'm the problem, then that's okay, I'll just leave. Basically, that's like what I said, and then like they said something back, and I was all like, and then I just said I forgot what they said back, because we'll get to that. So she said something back again about saying, oh, we don't want to fix the friendship. So I was like, okay, blah blah blah, at least I was mature enough. Y'all should stop trying. Y'all should stop. Y'all should go and read a book, cause honey, I speak facts. That's legit what I said. And then I said after that, I was all like, bye hun. And then she blocked me. Apple blocked me on one of her accounts. But get this, she has 2 accounts, right? Okay, so she has 2 accounts. On her other account, Apple still follows me, and Apple still views my stories. Like, girl, I thought you was mad at me. Why you keep on looking at my stories? Like, what's the point? I thought I'm not important to you anymore. You know? So basically, that's that. And then I basically, me being me, I unfollowed her other account, which right now, again, still follows me. And then I unfollowed Banda's account as well. So yeah, that was that. And now, basically it's me and Cherry literally like video chat all the time now. Me and her became best friends, which I am so happy about, because she honestly is like real. Me having an attitude, being complicated, being stubborn, and apparently being the problem of the friendship are real reasons to hate someone. Because everybody's complicated at some point. No one is like super simple. Everybody has an attitude. There's always times when people are stubborn, and you can't call someone, so then you can't call someone a problem of a friendship if other people of that friendship are also the same thing, you know? But yeah, basically, all around, get rid of your toxic friends. You don't need them. If you know that they're toxic, if you know that they're annoying you, like if you know that they are ignoring you for no reason, or if they are doing gestures towards you, like rolling their eyes, then just confront them about it if you still want to be their friend, and try to be mature about it. But if you don't want to do that, just simply go and hang out with another friend group. And if you see them around in the hall, if they ignore you, then ignore them back. Because obviously, if you ignore them, then they might either, if you ignore them too, then obviously it's not gonna really, like, you two ain't gonna really like connect or talk to each other anymore. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. If you guys want more story times, then go ahead and hit the like button, I guess, or comment about it. Make sure you subscribe as well. Yeah, bye.